Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the first season of the live-action Cowboy Bebop, and I guess the last season. There's a petition to bring it back, there's also a petition to keep it dead. So that kind of tells you what this series was a lot like, and I'm just going to get this right off the bat. I've watched Cowboy Bebop, think it's an amazing anime. This is just not as good. And there's a lot of things that they changed, and a lot of it for the worse. And you have a much sillier tone. I'm like, I don't remember this anime just being this silly. And this film really leans into the silliness, it leans into the campiness, except for like the last episode, where the whole episode's almost completely serious with like some zingers thrown in there, but like it's a serious episode. And it kind of awkwardly fits in terms of tonally with the rest of the series. There's awkward translations. Some of the clothes kind of look silly in real life. Live action. Some of the action, they try to replicate some of the action moves that they do in the anime, and that's just things that people in real life can't do, and they look super awkward and staged and like weird portrayed in live action. And there are definitely cool shots, and it really draws upon the original show with some of the cool shots. John Cho as Spike, definitely the best part of the show. He's snarky, he's fun, he's charming. He definitely has some great presence. And there's a lot more proportionally of this first season about Spike's past as Fearless and his relationship with Vicious and his love for this woman who got caught up in between them and all that stuff. You have the whole entire like penultimate episode is his backstory like fleshed out and how he got into this point. And in the original anime, it's proportionally like sprinkled throughout. Here it's just like it's all about Spike, and a lot less of episodes like them doing their bounty hunting jobs and like focusing on other characters. And I'll get to Jet in a second, but like this series really becomes just a lot of just the Spike show. And then you have Jet. Mustafa Shakir, I think, does a really fine job as Jet. But the thing is, they made his character so annoying, and like he has a daughter in this series, and all he does is constantly complain about how he doesn't have enough money. He's just really whiny and very uninteresting, and then drastically shifts in like the last episode to be like very vicious and like how he reacts to Spike and finding out like the truth about Spike and all these different kinds of things, and you're just like, I don't really like Jet in this, and he was my favorite character in the actual show. And you have Faye, played by Danielle Pineda, who's great. I really enjoyed her in this. She has a lot of fun. She gets to have like, she has this amnesia storyline, but she also has like connecting with other women and having a little bit of romance, and I appreciated that in this, and I thought she was a fun character. She's not in it as much, and especially because this is only 10 episodes, but of course, Tank and the whole rest of the score is just pitch perfect, absolutely amazing, really captures the spirit of the show. But I don't know, it just lacks the magic of the original show. It's one of the greatest anime, to me at least, I've ever seen. And this just feels like a cheap, silly knockoff that could have been so much more. It definitely had fun, and it definitely had some cool moments, but it just isn't the same. And it doesn't have to be the same. But if you do other things equally as great, then it doesn't matter. But here, you're doing these other things that make it worse, and trying to do the same things that are worse in live action. And in the end, it just felt like a missed opportunity, even though in a vacuum, this would have been a fine series. But as compared to like actual anime Cowboy Bebop, this is just a huge step down. Maybe you just want to watch Cowboy Bebop again. And maybe I will. But those are my thoughts on Netflix's first season of Cowboy Bebop. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.